Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing the SteelSeries RIVAL mouse full review now. The worst thing that probably could have happened ever just happened. I done the whole review and then found out Audacity wasn't recording, so that really sucks. But anyway, yeah, I've been using the mouse for about 4 or 5 days now. I'm just going to go through like a quick type of run through of it, and then I'll probably throw up some gameplay footage of me playing whatever game, Counter-Strike or something, and I'll tell you how I actually find the game, how I actually find the mouse when I'm using it. So yeah, I'm really bugged about the fact that I just recorded all of it and none of it worked. But anyway, yeah, I'll just start off with the price. The price is, I think, £57.99. I'm sure it's available in other stores now because at first it was only available through the SteelSeries website. So I think it's available through probably overclockers or the regular stores online, so you could probably buy it from there. I'm not sure how much they'd be selling it for though. So yeah, I'm happy with the price of it. And moving on to the build quality of the mouse, they've used the rubber grip, the anti-sweat coating on the top, which I have to say has held through really well because I've been playing for hours upon hours in the last 4 or 5 days, and I've not had a problem with sweat, not once, not on my palms, not fingers, nothing, like zero, none at all. I don't know if it like absorbs it or what. I mean, it leaves like a fingerprint mark there. I don't know if you can see it. It kind of leaves a fingerprint mark, same as what the Zowie does, but it's not really a problem because at the end of the day, it's preventing any sweat from happening. So that's a really good addition, and I'm happy with that. Um, and obviously it's got the rubber grips, which I spoke about in the previous video. These pretty held through pretty well. I'm sure that they're probably going to wear down in the next however many months of use, same as the Razer Def Adder did, but I don't think that's really a problem. They still hold through pretty good. Apart from that, there's some things which are kind of like, you can't really hear it, but if you rattle the mouse, shake it a little bit, you can hear some of the buttons just rattling a little bit, which I find is like a common thing between SteelSeries mice. I mean, I had the Sensei Raw, and that had a similar problem. You'd shake it and the scroll wheel would be making a little rattling noise. So I don't know if it's like they do it on did it on purpose, or if the build quality is just not like taken that much care of. I mean, with the Razer Def Adder and the Logitech, I've never had problems like that. It only seems to be with SteelSeries mice. I've always saw SteelSeries as the kind of cheaper, plasticky sort of brand for some reason. I'm not like a brand elitist or anything, but for some reason their mice always still feel really cheap. I've had the Carnage, the Sensei, and now this, and they all have similar qualities of feeling really cheap, even though they're really expensive, which is a bit of a bugger. But apart from that, build quality is really good. The scroll wheel, not sure. Scroll wheel feels pretty good. It's similar to the Def Adder scroll wheel, really similar to the Def Adder scroll wheel actually, the 2013 if you've used it, so that's not a bad thing. That's got a really good scroll wheel. Oh yeah, and you guys wanted to hear the clicks of the mouse, so hopefully you can. So hopefully you guys could hear that. I can't hear it because I've got headphones on, and I'm not actually recording the clicks through the headphones. I'm recording them through the camera sound. So hopefully that picked up pretty well. Clicks obviously no problem. Show you the left and right click as well. Actually, I mean mouse 5 and 4. I mean mouse 5 and 4 sound pretty different. This happens amongst some mice. They feel kind of like how the Razer's left and right click feel, if you know what I mean. Like the Razer's mouse 5 and 4 click are harder than the left and right clicks, and that's what the mice 5 and 4 on the SteelSeries feel like. The left and right click of the SteelSeries mouse, they're really good. They're really responsive, in my opinion, like super responsive. Sometimes a bit too responsive, but I think that's just a technical flaw of mine. And sometimes I just click really fast and probably hold it down for a tad too second long. But yeah, these are like mega responsive. So anyone who had any doubt of like it being a bit laggy when you click or anything along them lines, you can put that to rest because no problems with these clicks. I actually prefer them than the Def Adder clicks because they don't seem like as responsive as the Death Adder clicks, but they probably are. I think they are just as much. So it's a really cool touch because they feel like you need to put a bit more force into them. But yeah, that's actually another thing that I wanted to speak of. When I rest my fingers on the Death Adder, if I put my whole weight on the Death Adder, I'll show you here, my finger automatically clicks down on left and right click if I put my whole weight down. If I do that on SteelSeries, it doesn't. So that's what I mean. They're kind of resistant, but at the same time very responsive. So it's a really good balance between the two. Yeah, the cord as well. I'll talk about the cord for a bit. It's your standard cord, normal wide cord. I actually prefer this, as I said in my last video. I think I prefer it to the braided cord because last time I took great care of my Death Adder, and all it was doing was gently rubbing against the wall behind my computer desk, and it just frayed the crap out of the Death Adder cable. So I just don't really like braided cables. They always seem a bit frigid to me, like not frigid, rigid to me. Really hard to move around, really hard to like actually shape. With this cable I've had zero problems. I just hung it on the back of my monitor on the BenQ. It's got a little red plastic thing sticking out. I just hung it on the back of that and I've had zero problems. So I'm 100% happy with the cord. So I'm just going to talk about the shape now. As you know, it's the Microsoft 3.0 shape, or they've kind of copied it off that, same as what Razer did, same with what Zowie did. It's like everyone seems to be just rehashing old stuff, but it's not a bad thing, as I know many people are like dying for Microsoft 3.0s, like buying them on eBay and stuff like that. I was actually one of those people that was like that too, but obviously the Microsoft 3.0 is outdated now. It's not available either, so companies have taken it in their own hands to go ahead and make similar replicas of it, and I think SteelSeries, in my opinion, have done the best job out of Razer and Zowie. Zowie, I think, kind of were completely off the point. I mean, their mouse just felt weird. It didn't really feel like the 3.0. I mean, it did, but not really. The Death Adder I thought was the closest, but since I've got the Rival, I think it's the best replica of that shape and the most comfortable mouse I've probably used. Maybe aside from, sorry I was interrupted, but yeah, I was saying maybe aside from the G400, but only because I used that mouse for like 4 years straight. So that was like my baby mouse. Literally no problems with the shape. Like whatever grip, I've tried all the grips, palm grip, claw grip. I'm normally palm grip it, kind of like a fingertip palm grip, and I've had like zero problems. Like it's been so good. Straight off the bat, as I said, like within the first hour or so, I knew that I was going to be using this mouse for a long time, and it's kind of replaced the Death Adder for me now, which is kind of a shame, as I did like the Death Adder a lot. Obviously I used it for a long time, so sad to see it go in a way. But with the SteelSeries Rival, literally there's zero problems. The only things that I can nitpick are if you were to like really palm grip it, the difference between the back, like the way it fits into the back of your hand, the way I hold it normally when I'm actually playing, is perfect for me, 100% comfortable, like zero problems. It fits into the back of your hand really nicely. One thing that I could nitpick is, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing, is with the Razer mouse, this is a comparison I'm making because it's similar. With the Razer mouse, you can see it's a really steep mouse, like from the back. It's it's a really steep mouse from the back and the side. With the Rival, I'll show you. It's not as steep. It's pretty hefty from the back. You can see like the difference there. It's massive. I think that's mainly because the Razer mouse has a huge hump at the top of it, and the Rival's is more like the 3.0. It's actually a lower hump, as you can see there. I can't really show you the Razer one because it's really tangled on my mouse desk, but the hump isn't as big on Rival. But with this kind of raised back, if you were to really palm grip it, like when I try to, let me give you the backstory, and the reason I try to the reason I even found this problem is because on all mice, for some reason, when I hold it, my thumb rests right near the mouse 4 button, or mouse 5, whichever one that is. I think it's mouse 4. It always rests there, and it bugs me that I have to like really stretch to get to mouse 5. So I thought, let me put my thumb right in the middle where it should be, so I can get both buttons. Even though I don't even use mouse 5 in game. Actually, I do to pull out smoke, but it's not really a problem. So when I done that and palm gripped it, this back bit, I can't really show you like right now, but this back bit, it raises off the mouse mount or the mouse itself quite high, so your hand kind of feels like it's just resting on top of something instead of touching the table a little bit or getting some friction from the surface instead of just having your whole hand on top of the mouse. So this, when you have it palm gripped like that, it raises your hand quite high up, which the Razor I'll show you, which that doesn't. Like, you can have that there, and because of the steep decline of the back, your hand kind of just molds into it a bit more. But as I said, that's really nitpicking. It's like not really an issue at all, and I think a lot of people that will be trying this mouse for the first time, or have used a similar mouse, or will be coming from the Death Adder to this mouse, will really like it. But one thing that is difficult is when you go back to using the Death Adder kind of feels like it's a lump in your hand. I mean, I'll just do a small comparison now. Death Adder seems like it's a lot bigger. So this is just for people that think that it will be hard to go from Death Adder to the Rival, but Death Adder seems a lot bigger and a lot wider, so you think, wow, this looks almost like the Ikari in a sense, but it's not. It's just as comfortable as the Death Adder in my opinion. I had no problems adapting in game or anything as such, so shape wise I'd give it a 9 out of 10 really, just nitpicking on the back bit there, but that's perfect because, as I said, the top of the mouse, it's got a, just the regular size hump, not like some huge hump which the Death Adder has, which is the reason why the Death Adder feels odd when you go back to it. But yeah, I'm talking quite a lot, losing breath. But yeah, so I'm just gonna throw up a gameplay video now of me playing it, and I'll tell you how I find the mouse in game and performance wise. So see you in a second. Hey guys, unfortunately I won't be able to put the performance part of the video into this video. It's just I'm rushed for time and recording the footage and all of that. I just don't have the time for it right now. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll add it in. It's only going to be a quick bit anyway. It wasn't really going to be that long. It's just going to be a quick video of what it's like in game, like acceleration and whatnot. So sorry about that, and look out for it tomorrow. Cheers.